Alright, so down here on the floor I've got a new project that's going to be starting up here. A new little toy I found. It was on eBay for like 70 bucks, something like that. And so I had to pick it up. So let's see what it is. I'll grab the camera and flip it around, and we'll open up the box and we'll see what's in there and see what we can do. Alright, you can see here we have a box from Muslady Music Lady. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. You can get these kits a lot of different places. I've seen them on Walmart.com, Amazon. This particular one came off of eBay, but it's just a Chinese-made guitar kit. So let's see what kind of kit we got here. Ooh! Now you can probably see it's a Tele. Just the basic Tele. It's got a Burl top. We'll take a closer look at some of the components here. The body has that Burl top. You can see there's a couple of spots where the burl veneer has like chipped out, broken out, whatever you want to call that. That was kind of expected. I had seen in the reviews that seems to happen to a lot of people. I think Dan from Guns and Guitars did one of these kits as well and had the same issue. I'm not really concerned about it. I think it just adds a little character. And honestly, most of them are going to be covered up by the pick guard. The ones that aren't will be fine. But it's a decent looking top. Got some white binding on the sides. The back's just a basswood body. Looks fine. It's got a decent grain. Looks like it's a 3-piece. You can see a line there and a line there. But I think it's going to look good. Got plans for that. Here you've got your neck. Just a maple neck, maple fretboard. It's straight. I've checked that already. I don't know if you can see that real well here. The frets have a little sort of funk looking to them, like maybe some greenish look. So I'm going to have to polish them up, but that's kind of to be expected. The fret ends feel nice. They might need a little hit with a file to just a little bit, but they feel pretty good for what it cost me. The one thing I will say about the fretboard that's kind of odd to me is most of the time when I see a maple fretboard on an instrument, it's got like a lacquer sort of veneer on it. So it's it's got a finish on the maple. This, I don't know if you can tell, but it's just plain old unfinished maple. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. I might put some like tung oil on it or something like that just to give it something on there. But we'll see. If someone's watching this who has a better idea or can tell me if that's a good idea, let me know. But that's what I'm thinking at this point, is I'll just put some tung oil on it and let it give it some sort of a finish. But maybe I should just leave it as is. I don't know. You got a paddle headstock there, so you can cut that to whatever shape you want it to be, which is always good. Electronics wise, you've got the pick guard with the lipstick pickup. You've got your bridge with a bridge pickup. You've got your control plate here, volume, tone, 3-way switch, and the switch actually feels pretty good. It's got good it clicks real good, so it doesn't just. And then you got little small pots there, standard sort of setup. You got your just standard cheap tuners, nothing big there. You got your various nuts and bolts. You got a pack of strings. Ooh, I'm gonna probably not use those other than just to put it together. You got your neck plate, cord, Allen wrench. That's about it. So that is the kit. What we'll do next is I will probably take it as is with all the stock parts here and go ahead and fit it together. Make sure it fits together like it's supposed to. And and try it out. And then once I've done that with the stock parts, I am probably going to upgrade the pickups. I've got a set in mind already. I'm probably going to go ahead and upgrade the tuners because, you know, cheap tuners kind of suck, generally speaking. And I'll probably change the pick guard out because of the finish I want to do on it. The white pick guard will be kind of funky. So, but we'll see. I might stick with the white one. Who knows? One thing you will note about the body is that it is undrilled as far as like holes. So the holes for the bridge screws, the holes for the pick guard, the holes for the neck, none of that has been drilled out. And there are two mindsets when it comes to that. One mindset says that's a good thing because that means you can make sure it goes where it needs to without having to fill in holes. The other mindset is, well, now I've got to drill holes. I personally prefer them not drilled so that I can put them where I need them, because that way any little small offsets where they don't quite line up with where they would have been drilled, I can deal with without having to refill holes. So that's my thoughts. But anyway, I am going to... You can see the bridge there. I mean, maybe you can't see in this video, but it is set up, there we go, as a... to give you the option to string through the body. Now, the kit does not include the ferrules that you've got to put in the back of the body when you do that. But I found a set of those on Amazon for like $7. So I'm probably going to get those and set it up, you know, as the more traditional string through body sort of design instead of just having to go through the bridge. Although you can do that as well, I think. Actually, no, you can't, can you? Yeah, you can. There you go. So, but there it is. We'll get it put together for just a trial fit and try it out a little bit, see how it sounds with the stock pickups and all. Alright, so we have got it together, finally. I did have a bit of trouble with it, which I figured out after the fact was mostly my own fault, and I guess my own ignorance would be the word for it. When I was wiring up everything, this switch is apparently what they call a metric style switch, which I was unaware you have to wire up differently than standard Telecaster switches. If you wire one of these up the way you do a standard Telecaster switch, it will only work in between positions. So yeah, that took me a couple days to get that all sorted out, but we got it working now. And this is all the stock parts. I've not changed anything out on it. Stock switch, stock tubes, pots, pickups, everything. So we're going to play it through the helix here, get an idea of what it sounds like as far as the tones of it. Real quick, first impressions on just the guitar itself. The frets feel pretty good. There's a couple little rough spots I'm going to file down, but it feels pretty good for a sub $100 kit. The neck itself is a monstrous neck. It's a baseball bat, I guess is what people like to call it. It's a thick neck. It's not like a thin Ibanez type neck. It's a really thick neck. You may hate that, you may love that, you may not care. That's just for your information. If you're expecting like a thin shredder neck on one of these, you're not going to get it. I will probably sand it down some. I mean, it feels pretty good, but it's got a couple little rough spots where you can tell it wasn't sanded down completely. So I'm going to take some, sandpaper and sand the neck really good because I like a nice smooth neck. The body, again, a couple spots that need to be sanded, but no big deal. Alright, now on to the rest of it. As far as the switches go, the three-way switch has a good click to it, so it's fine. Both of the knobs, the volume and the tone, feel alright. Neither one's super loose or super tight, so they're good. The pickups themselves they're not microphonic like I was expecting them to be. I was expecting them to be where, if I tapped on them you'd hear it through the amp, and you don't, so that's pretty cool. So I'm going to turn Reaper on, and then we'll just do some clean tones with, the neck, bridge, middle bridge, with the tone down, then with the tone up, Then we'll do some dirty sort of rock sounds. One thing you will notice real quick before I get to that is there are only 5 strings on this thing right now. You may not be able to see that in the video, but the high E string actually snapped while I was trying to get in tune at the ball end. So the strings that come with this kit are absolute crap. These will be switched out. So do not use the strings that come with it because, like I said, they are absolute crap. But that way you can get whatever strings you like. But they're good enough for me to sort of get an idea what it sounds like. So here we go. Let me turn on the Reaper here. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so here we go. Some clean tones. All right, now the middle position. All right, to the bridge. All right, back to the neck with the tone at about half. Middle. Bridge. All right, back to the neck with the tone on full. Middle. All right, let's do a little dirt now because that's fun. Neck pickup, tone rolled all the way down. All right, middle, tone all the way down. Bridge. Back up to the neck with the tone at half. Middle, tone about half. And bridge. Alright, neck with the tone full. Middle, tone full. And bridge. Alright, now we're going to do we're going to go a little higher on the grit. We're going to go something a little more hard rock, just for fun. But this thing definitely sounds pretty good. The pickups, I mean, they're cheap, no-name pickups, but they sound all right to me. I still might switch them out with a set of like lace sensors or something just for fun, but they're usable. I'm not getting any ridiculous amounts of buzz out of them. Can't complain. What we're going to do is we'll take this thing back apart, do the final sanding on it, do a nice finish on it, upgrade whatever we're going to upgrade, put it back together, and see what it sounds like from there. But we're just going to play around a little bit here at the end. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Check out another video if you want. And keep an eye out for the conclusion of this one, where we'll see what all I do to it in the end, what I change out, what it looks like, what it sounds like, and all that. So, again, thank you all for listening, and you have a great day.